showed up. And then 2009, they had to hold regional events for the first time. And they got about 300 people to each region in the United States, which there were 7. And there were 7 regions throughout the world. They got less people to those, for a grand total of 90 people at the CrossFit Games. And then 2010, they had to have sectionals, and the sectionals were held at a specific date, at a specific location. And they had 3 sectionals per region, with about, again, 300 competitors, men and women, at each one of those. And then last year, they converted over to the online sectional system where they had 17,000 men and I think 9,000 women, something like that. And then this year, we got the 35,000 men and 17,000 women or whatever it is. So this is the first year it hasn't tripled in participation, so it's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, they really got to get on their game. When you can't triple participation every single year, it's such a... Have you looked at it, Ryan, and done any of them? It's so... Even you could be in the best shape. I mean, I can think back to my competition days, and even when I was in my best shape, the best shape of my life, I look at some of the things that they do, and I'm like, I was just talking to him earlier today. I'm like, 150 wall balls. I don't even know if I'll do. I don't even know if I could do 150 wall balls. It's just it's repetitive motions, but they're you work a lot of stabilizers, you work a lot of core muscles that you don't normally think about, and it's a very humbling experience. So luckily I went into it completely out of shape, and now I'm only mostly all the way out of shape. I'm getting better.
That is the Olympian Paul Tarek. We are joined by Ben Green, the owner of CrossFit Grover Beach, talking about the CrossFit Games. So obviously it's growing in popularity. We were talking before the show. ESPN picked up some of the CrossFit Games last year, really gave it some great exposure. Now it's doubled from last year. How does it work? Obviously we can't get these thousands of people all together to do this single competition. So how does the scoring and the competition aspect of it work, where you have all these thousands of competitors from all over the country somehow competing against each other?
Yeah, so like I said, there's 5 workouts, so you'll get scored in each workout, and you'll get a ranking for your region and a ranking for the world. So there's 7 regions in the United States. If you finish in the top 60 in your region, you'll move on to the regionals, from which they'll take the top 3 to the CrossFit Games.
So you do it at your own gym. It's kind of the honor system, and you do a certain workout. Does the the CrossFit headquarters send out a certain workout each week? How does that work?
Yeah, so each Wednesday at 5 p.m. they release the workout. This week marks the 4th Wednesday at 5 p.m. We've had to count the clock down until. And, so this week we got 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, and 30 muscle-ups, as many rounds as you can in 12 minutes.
So do you guys do you have a judge as a gym owner there?
So an individual will come to their local affiliate, and you have to have a counter when you do your workout, and at the end you'll be given your score. I record the score, they submit their score online, and then I validate the score, being the affiliate owner, to it's basically my honor system to say that that's a legit score, and that's what they get.
Yeah, Ben's judge, jury, and hangman right there. If he doesn't like you, you're out.
Boom.
So how has Paul been doing the first couple of weeks?
I think I did the scoring. He's ranked
that's nice,
like
low.
12,000th in the world, and
all right. It's been a fall.
Yeah,
it's been a long fall.
I take everything back in the region. In the first segment.
Yeah, it's difficult because I've never done a lot of. I mean, I've done some of the motions, but I haven't been working out at them, and the muscle endurance isn't there. And we had. Last week we had some. They seem pretty simple, like box jumps, push press, and ankles to bar or feet to bar. And it was like, oh, okay, I can do these things, and I can use some of the skill I've had in the past, and maybe get through it. But it's like the number that you're doing, and the fact that you're not taking rest in between them. It's after 2 rounds, it's like you can feel, you can just feel the lactic acid filling up in all the muscles, and then you're just getting, all muscle bound, all the blood's out in the system. It's very, like I said, humbling is a great descriptor. It's a great descriptor.
So you're doing mostly body weight workout stuff and seeing how many you can do in a certain amount of time.
Well, the push press was a 115-pound push press, and it doesn't seem like a lot. And really, if you're doing a set of 10 or 3 sets of 10, it's not that much weight. But when you're combining it, you're doing your box jumps, and then you're going right to that, and then you're basically doing a full body workout where it's not like I'm just going to work my legs, so all the blood is going to be in my legs and all the lactic acid is going to be in one area. When you do that full body or full core workout, you're working all these muscles, and your body's now trying to get energy to all these muscles and then remove any of the impurities from these muscles. So it's working extra hard. And, to do these things over and over and over again, it's difficult for me.
That's what I think is great about CrossFit is that it's an anaerobic, it's aerobic workout, and you get everything in there. What gives first, Paul? Aerobic or anaerobic? What, your muscles or the lungs?
Oh, anaerobic will give first.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. It's like, for me anyways, anaerobic is going to go first, all the way. They don't do I think that's why they probably don't do a lot of explosive lifts. I mean, we did the snatch. The snatch pulls, on the second workout?
The second workout, yep.
Yeah. But I think, they don't do a lot of super explosive high weight, but it's just more repetition.
Yeah, and especially at the sectional level, they try and keep it a little more broad and not get too heavy until you get to the regionals, and then you'll see some more, 315-pound deadlifts and 225-pound front squats that you got to pick up off the ground, stuff like that. So these are a little more general.
So it gets progressively harder as you progress in the competition. Yeah. Very cool. We're talking to Ben Green, the owner of CrossFit Grover Beach, about the CrossFit Games and all the workouts and all that fun stuff. We will continue the conversation after the break, and we will also get to your Central Coast race calendar as well. That and more when Living the Run Health and Fitness Radio continues.
You're listening to Living the Run on ESPN Radio 1280 The Ticket.
So, where's the best place to be this summer? Oh, I can answer that. Out front, leading the way with Ford during the Best Place to Be sales event. Ford is only the best-selling brand in America. Cars, trucks, SUVs, crossovers, everything you'd expect from a leader. They've got the Explorer, the brand new Focus, the Fiesta, the Fusion, the Taurus, all with innovative technology. Sync, EcoBoost, Active Park Assist. Of course, everything is very fuel efficient. I'm telling you, the Ford Best Place to Be sales event now happening at Malahi Ford in the village of Arroyo Grande. It really is the best place to be.
What's up? AJ Allmendinger here. When I'm on track, there's nothing more important than having my car in tip-top shape. And you shouldn't settle for anything less either. That's why I recommend taking your vehicle to Malahi Ford for all your servicing needs. Whether it's an oil change, tune-up, new tires, or major repair work, Malahi Ford is the team you want handling your vehicle.
So visit Malahi Ford in the village of Arroyo Grande and you'll be a winner too.
Malahi Ford, where good things are happening. Stop by today.
2 out of 5 people say that they would try harder to be greener if environmentally friendly products and services were easier to find. Where can you find an organic cafe or Whole Foods market? What about a great foot massage or acupuncture treatment? How about eco-friendly gift ideas for any occasion? If you are looking for valuable tips and guidance to live a healthier and more earth-conscious Central Coast lifestyle, pick up your seasonal copy of the Solstice Green Directory at over 500 locations or visit slowsolstice.com.
Running Warehouse is the fastest growing running store in the nation for all major brands of running products, including Asics, Brooks, Nike, Saucony, Mizuno, New Balance, and Adidas. Running Warehouse is focused on providing runners the best shopping experience available online, on the phone, or in our store. Running Warehouse offers top-notch customer service, an outstanding selection, an easy-to-use website, low everyday prices, plus free shipping and returns on deliveries made within the 48 contiguous states. Find out for yourself why Running Warehouse is the fastest-growing running store in the nation. Visit us online or stop by our retail store in San Luis Obispo on Suburban Road near Trader Joe's. Smart runners save cash at runningwarehouse.com.
Artie's Pilates Studio in Pismo Beach is a Pilates-only studio that uses the full line of Pilates apparatus. Whether you're rehabbing an injury, want to strengthen your core, relieve back pain, or just increase your energy and overall fitness, Artie's Pilates Studio has it all, including a full staff of trainers who are nationally certified. They offer private and semi-private lessons, plus group classes on the Pilates Reformer. Artie is even certified as a Pilates golf conditioning specialist. Artie's Pilates Studio in Pismo Beach. Call 773-3863.
A preventable epidemic in the U.S. is killing our family, friends, neighbors, and children. Over 2/3 of American adults and 34% of kids are overweight or obese, which can lead to diabetes, heart disease, and premature death. 56% of adults and 32% of 5th, 7th, and 9th graders in SLO County are overweight or obese. Healthy Eating Active Living San Luis Obispo Coalition, or Heal Slow, wants to reverse that trend in SLO County. What can you do? Help us fight the epidemic by joining Heal Slow or visiting www.healslow.com for resources or more information. Together we can work towards a healthier and brighter future for ourselves, our loved ones, and our children.
We're back with Living the Run. Here are your hosts, Ryan Ferran and Paul Tarek.
Living the Run, Health and Fitness, our final show. So sad to say that. It's been a heck of a year and a half. Thanks again to Max, Paul, and everyone. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. Thanks to all our fans. Paul, I'm going to miss you the most. Can we get some soft music?
You turned this into like a soap opera now.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sad. It is sad, but it's been a great run. It's been fun. Central Coast Race Calendar brought to you by the Olympian Paul Tarek. What a sponsor. Our best sponsor yet.
You're welcome.
Thank you. SLO Health and Fitness Expo 5K, Saturday, March 24th. That is in San Luis Obispo, Alex Madonna Expo Center. It is a 5K. SLO Marathon, Sunday, April 22nd in San Luis Obispo. Marathon, half marathon, and 5K. Miracle Miles for Kids, Saturday, May 12th. My birthday, send me a note in Tucson. Morro Bay, Rock to the Pier, 10K walk and run. And Born to Run Ultras, Saturday, May 19th. Los Olivos, 100-mile, 100K, 50K, 10-mile trail runs. Check out livingtherun.com for more information or to sign up for any of these races. We also have their website addresses for all these races as well. Talking to Ben Green, the owner of CrossFit Grover Beach, joined in studio by the Olympian Paul Tarek and our producer extraordinaire, Max Woodcock. So how does one, Ben, get involved with the CrossFit Games? Do you have to be a member at one of the gyms? How do you go about joining the big competition?
You have to have $20, a credit card, and the ability to sign up online.
That's pretty easy.
Yep.
So you don't have to be a member of a CrossFit gym?
No, you do not. You can actually, the alternative to going to your affiliate and doing all that is to videotape yourself doing the workout. There are, a few, things you have to adhere by while you're filming yourself, like have a clock in front of the camera and all that. But, yeah. But probably 99% of people are doing it at an affiliate.
Ben actually was going to make me do that after he saw my first lackluster performance. He said, I don't want you associated with my CrossFit gym at all.
I mean, it was pretty amazing, to be honest, to have never done CrossFit and do as well as you're doing. It's like the last workout, the 18 minutes of 15 box jumps, 12 shouldered overhead, and 9 feet to bar. I almost felt bad making you do it because I'm like, you're going to be so sore tomorrow.
You should feel bad about the one coming up because I'm nervous about the one coming up. I feel like my groin and my adductors are going to hurt so bad. I'm just going to lay there. Yeah.
You probably don't squat high rep very much, so yeah, you're going to be.
I don't
really
squat low rep very much.
But that's the thing, though. If you haven't done these exercises, they're really difficult. But I bet next year when you do it again, and you will do it again, your improvement will be enormous.
Well, that's why I think the CrossFit Games and just CrossFit in general, I think really speaks to a lot of people because it is a competitive nature. They don't mean for it to be. It's not designed solely around that. At least that's not the feeling that I get. But there is a competitive aspect to it where you want to get in there and. You're rooting for everybody, but gosh, that guy you trained with, he did 20 of these. I'm gonna do 21 of them. I'm gonna do 25 of them. You know what I mean? So I think that's where I'll have a little motivation for next year.
That's good. I mean, you push yourself. You have a mark, that you want to set, whether it's some guy next to you in the gym or yourself from the year before.
Well, that's the one thing I've always talked about. When people trying to, whether they're competing, they're training to compete professionally or collegiately, or whether they're just trying to stay in shape, is you got to find meaning in what you're doing. You can't just go out. It's not a prison sentence. You don't get credit just for going out, putting an hour of time in, and coming home, and not finding purpose in it. And it's like you got to have that inspiration to do it. Because if you don't, it's just gonna go by the wayside like every New Year's resolution out there, And I think the competitive aspect of it for me will be will be something that keeps me hooked on it.
If you want to get in touch with the show, you can text us 805-242-1280. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/livingtherun. We're on Twitter and YouTube as well. We're streaming live on livingtherun.com and some of those smartphone apps as well. Talking to Ben Green, the head trainer and owner of CrossFit Grover Beach. So, Ben, tell us about CrossFit Grover Beach. I know you guys have been around now for 2 years, doing a lot of good things. CrossFit is growing. What kind of sets you guys apart, makes you different than some of the maybe more traditional gyms in the area or across the country for that matter?
Well, it's kind of the community atmosphere that we've built at our gym. You know, everyone's friends. We're not in there kind of avoiding eye contact, looking the other way with our headphones on. You know, everyone's doing the same thing at the same time, kind of, you know, working together, toiling at the same, you know, overcoming seemingly daunting physical obstacles every day, you know. So, like, you know, especially now with the games, we got a couple, we'll do the games on Sunday, the sectional workout on Sunday, and then we'll hang out for a barbecue afterwards. You know, we went to a birthday party for one of the clients last night, and, you know, half of the gym's there because, you know, everyone's become friends. And then, you know, it's not personal training, and we're not just letting you loose doing your own thing. It's, you know, you're getting help with whatever you need to. It's the small group environment, so it's a little more sustainable on your pocketbook, and it's more fun than just being one-on-one with a trainer.
Yeah,
I'm pretty boring.
Well, I think that's one of the things. You know, you got that small group environment, and you're, you know, it's not that you're just responsible to yourself. You know, you're responsible to the other people in that group. So even if you don't want to go work out, or you're, you know, like if you were just working out by yourself, you might just go and jog and stretch, and, you know, kind of put a half-hearted, you know, workout in. But by the time you get there and you start getting warmed up and you're working out with these other people, you're responsible to them because they see you working out, and then you want to step up the level, you know. So I think that really helps it out.
Yeah, it's easy to come to the gym. It's hard to work out. So once you're there, you pretty much got no choice but to, you know, give it a good effort.
And I like what you guys said about the small group atmosphere. I think that's kind of where a lot of people like. You know, it's not that intimidating one-on-one with the trainer, but it is a social atmosphere. You're working out with other people. You get to know them. I mean, you guys at Grover Beach are hanging out doing parties and hanging out together as well. So it's a great social aspect. And once you make friends there, you get involved. That's the thing about, you know, that I'd like to get out to people is take a chance. I remember I was always, you know, let's see a spin class or a group class. I'm like, it's kind of weird. I don't know anybody, or like, you know, and intimidated to do it. Finally did it. I'm like, why didn't I do that 3 years ago? So if you're afraid to take a small group class or a spin class, or go check out CrossFit Grover Beach, you know, just go in there. They're nice guys. You're gonna be hitting yourself for not doing it 3 years ago. It's fun. You know, nobody's in there to judge you, and everyone's doing the same thing, and everyone started out where you started as well. So get in there, whether it's CrossFit Grover Beach or a class at your local gym or a running group, whatever. Take a chance. You're going to be so thrilled you did it. And if somebody does make fun of you, they're an idiot anyway, so don't worry.
You just put a time on it. You work out for about 6 months, and then you confront them outside. That's what you do.
There's only one first day.
Exactly. Only one first day, and it's never as painful as you think it's going to be.
Sounds like third grade, you know. It's only one first day, dear.
All right, we're wrapping up with Ben Green from CrossFit Grover Beach. Ben, we appreciate you coming in. Do you guys have a website that we can check you guys out at?
Yep, CrossFitGroverBeach.com. We actually just newly or updated that recently. So yeah, check it out. Give us a call. Give us an email. Come do some exercise with us.
CrossFitGroverBeach.com. You guys have some cool videos and stuff like that on there as well, and some cool tips and tricks. So CrossFitGroverBeach.com. When we come back, we will wrap up our final Living the Run health and fitness broadcast. And then immediately after us, Cal Poly Women's Hoop. The Mustangs are in the NIT up at Washington. Tom Barquette will have the call immediately after this right here on ESPN 1280 The Ticket. Living the Run, right back after this.
You're listening to Living the Run on ESPN Radio 1280 The Ticket.
Running Warehouse is the fastest growing running store in the nation for all major brands of running products, including Asics, Brooks, Nike, Saucony, Mizuno, New Balance, and Adidas. Running Warehouse is focused on providing runners the best shopping experience available online, on the phone, or in our store. Running Warehouse offers top-notch customer service, an outstanding selection, an easy-to-use website, low everyday prices, plus free shipping and returns on deliveries made within the 48 contiguous states. Find out for yourself why Running Warehouse is the fastest-growing running store in the nation. Visit us online or stop by our retail store in San Luis Obispo on Suburban Road near Trader Joe's. Smart runners save cash at runningwarehouse.com.
with Living the Run. Here are your hosts, Ryan Ferran and Paul Tarek.
Our final segment, Living the Run, Health and Fitness. I don't know if I can get through this without shedding a few tears.
Oh, I'll make fun of you if you do. I'm sure Max will jump in if I run out of things to say.
Can I actually jump in anyways and just say
yes,
from me and Paul and definitely everybody out there on the Central Coast, thank you, Ryan, for putting this show together. There's a lot of hours that go in behind the scenes, and this guy is responsible for all of them. So he works his tail off every week to make sure you get the best guests, the latest info, all the up-to-date stuff. And he's the one that organizes the daily news and the daily schedule for the show, and we just kind of sit back, relax, and let him take the lead, and it takes a lot of work to do that. So thank you, Ryan, for contributing so much.
I appreciate the kind words. I do. It's been a pleasure. It is a lot of work, but it's fun work, and I know it's a lot of people enjoy it and appreciate what we're doing. So it's one of those things where I call this not a non-profit, a no-profit, but it's been absolutely a blast to do. And, we all have other full-time jobs, so we're just kind of doing this just because we love to do it. So it's been a blast. And thanks again to everyone, Natasha, our first producer, of course, Max, Paul, Mike Chelson and the guys at ESPN, Danielle, and everyone else who has helped out, spread the word. Matt Casanova designing our fantastic logos and helping with the website. And, we got into the thank yous first segment, so we won't rehash all those. But it's been a fun run, and it's been a blast. I'll miss it. But hopefully somebody maybe take over the show.
So, we've had a lot of educated guests on, a lot of smart people. You're comfortable with the Central Coast. You know where to find all your healthy, fresh food. You know where all the walking trails are. Now you're going to be out of your element. You're moving to Tucson. Now, this is a great test, though. This is a great test for you because, you've been preaching this and telling people you got to get out and you got to do these things. So you're going to be moving down to Tucson and you're going to have to find these things. So you're going to have to, keep us updated and let us know, when you got down there, what you had to do to find these things. I know the one thing I do know they have down there are incredible hiking trails.
Yes, they do. I've done some of them.
A few more snakes than we have, but
yeah, it's a lot more cacti out there and snakes, but yeah, there's a ton of hiking out there, and that's the great thing about Tucson too. It's obviously it's a big city, but there are a lot of health and fitness advocates out there. A lot of biking, cycling. You hit the nail on the head. Ton of trails and hiking out there. A lot of runners, so it's a good area to move to. You got to now schedule your workouts a little more timely around the heat in the summer, but it is an active place, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they have out there.
What is your over under your time frame on when you think you will be kind of set in a workout rhythm and have found the essentials at least? Where you can buy your organic fruit or your organic vegetables. What do you think?
Man, I hope soon because that is
very specific.
Deadline.
Yeah. That is a deadline. I tell you, I need to get that done real soon.
I know it's going to be tough because
you think 2 months. You think 2 months you'll know where to buy your local organics and your good food products?
I think within 2 weeks.
I
can't go without them. They have a Trader Joe's there. I get a lot of organic fruits and vegetables there. I need kind of a place like New Frontier, something like that out there. But and you got to find the healthy restaurants too. So I'm attracted to those things, so I'll find them fast.
They got Taco Bell. No need to stress.
There we go, and I'll be okay. Bean burritos and nacho cheese.
That's right.
Can't live without it.
I lived on like this fire rice bowl place when I was hanging out down there.
So real quick, looking back over the year and a half that you've been on, any sort of notable moments that stick out to you, any interviews you take to heart, any sort of last-minute things that just kind of stood out to you over the years?
It was always fun having Jordan Hussein on, local kind of super athlete, future Olympian, doing amazing things at University of Oregon. She came on 3 times. She came out to our running group, which, some locals came out that usually didn't come to our running group. That was amazing. They totally enjoyed that and dug that. That was really cool. Not every day you get to run with an Olympic athlete who was at the Olympic trials. Dean Karnazes, the ultramarathon man, who was super popular. That was amazing. Ashton Eaton, Paul and I saw him last year at the Cal Poly Invite. Dean Karnazes, again, talking to Gene Gomez, who him and his wife lost combined 400 pounds. All those stories. And, the doctor we had on who had cancer.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to say.
Hey, as an update and a sidebar, we didn't mention it. Ashton Eaton won the World Indoor Championships, broke his own world record. I think he won 4 or 5 out of the 7 events. So he was on our show. We touted him as a future Olympian. He's definitely going to be a future Olympian, but I will go as far as to say he will be probably the next gold medalist.
Yeah.
Numerous time gold medalist.
I think I saw Jordan Hussein just won some indoor championship for Oregon, too.
Yeah, she's doing amazing things. Paul, any favorite memories as we wrap up here, final minute?
I think when you asked Dan again about the when you asked him about Atlanta in '96, or I'm sorry, Barcelona in '92, I think that will go down as my jaw just dropped. Like, don't open with that.
And you quickly on air said, I can't believe you're about to ask him about that. That was the whole Dan and Dave when they hyped it up, the whole Reebok campaign, and he actually never made it there. So that was a great interview, though. It was fun. Max, any final parting words, memories?
That doctor interview was truly inspirational. Him losing muscles out of his leg and doctors saying you may never walk again, and he was out walking just a few months later. He's sneaking out of the hospital.
He snuck out of the hospital, I think, a stationary bike in there so he could stay sharp physically and mentally. That was a great story. So, well, anyway, guys, appreciate it, Max. Appreciate all the hard work. Paul, you were amazing. Appreciate it. Thanks to all our listeners, sponsors, everyone that we mentioned first segment as well. We are leaving, but hopefully somebody will pick it up. LivingTheRun.com will be active, so our Facebook page will keep spreading the good information and good articles out to you. And in the meantime, I encourage you to continue to live the run. For Max and Paul, I am Ryan Ferran. Live healthy, live bold, live the run. Thanks, everybody.
You've been listening to Living the Run on ESPN Radio 1280 The Ticket. Living the Run has been brought to you by Running Warehouse,